Hey everybody, coming on June 1st, 2019, select GameStops are going to be doing a Bakugan event. I'm going to be at the one in Westchester, Pennsylvania, just a bit west of Philadelphia. Come by, hang out, bring your trades, it'll be awesome. Anyway, on with the show. Cyndeous Ultra holds the distinction of currently being the only asymmetrical Bakugan, but its core version, regular Sindeus, does come close. Hey everybody, this is Kohdok here, and it's time for some more Wave 4. This is our first official Wave 4 debut. This has not been in any other wave so far. This is Darkus Cyndeous. We've already gone over Cyndeous Ultra and how it is a truly asymmetrical Bakugan. Darkus Cyndeous is asymmetrical, but not quite asymmetrical the same way that the Ultra was. In this case, it is a very straightforward design. It just has a pair of different arms, one holding the sword and one holding the shield. Now, this is Darkus Cyndeous, which is also available in diamond form. However, I have not located that yet. I probably burned out all my diamond luck on Nilius. Who am I kidding? But we also come with two cores, the Fire Fist and the Helix. So it gets a couple of powerful cores. If I remember, this character, it's either this one or Ultra, has a very, very powerful effect. It's probably the Ultra that does. But anyway, quick look at the back. A lot of purple on this guy. Look at this. One Bakugan, two Bakugan cores, and the character card, Darkus Cyndeous. Because it's Darkus, that's not its default color. Its default color, as I'm sure you all know from the TV show, is Pyrus, but kind of a nice render that they have here for all the purple and green. Anyway, let's get this thing open. Yeah, okay, I was wrong. It's actually just a 404. It's Darkus Cyndeous Ultra that has a special ability, and that special ability is it forces the opponent to discard a card if it wins, so it's still a dangerous card. This one's maybe not as interesting. It comes with Fire Fist and Helix, which is an interesting combination. It comes with the game's best Fire Fist currently, the plus 250, plus 3, and an interesting Helix that I don't think I've seen before, minus 300, minus 1. So for a Helix, not a bad punishment piece. It inflicts the minus 3. It inflicts debuffs to both angles, not bad for a trap core, although apparently some people are good enough to maneuver around them. I still think they trip up opponent often enough to be worth it. Minus 300B, minus 1. Of course, we have the card here, 404. But taking a look at our Sindeus here, we do see a little bit of asymmetry going on with this guy. We have the sword arm and the shield arm, which do look very different, and the shield arm actually leaves a bit of a divot in the central body here, but otherwise it is a very symmetrical design, down to the point where you can see like it has a line right down its center here. Now, one thing that we are going to notice immediately is that bright shock of green right here, this nice shock of the citrus green that they use for the Darkus and the Ventus Bakugan. This is the sword right here, and it's bright green to stand out immediately against everything else. But I thought dark side users had red swords. Aren't the green swords saved only for the Jedi? Maybe that's weird. Maybe we'll see if we can get a blue one for the Chaos. That would be pretty cool, actually. But anyway, looking around, I am seeing a lot of the familiar markings like we saw on Cyndeous Ultra with how the design is here and how the shield, the sort of buckler type shield, is designed here. They've actually introduced like a heavy knight guy, which is going to be pretty cool. And of course, the chest plate itself has a lot of really nice detail to it. That's one thing that the Cyndeous Ultra didn't have, was the chance to have a nice buff shield plate here. We of course have a lot of really nice detail that comes off. It looks like straps and leather meant to hold this thing together, meant to hold on this chest plate. So really nice design overall. We got the head here. Although again, kind of like with Gortheon, the back is pretty simply designed. I guess it's a little more excusable because we actually still have feet on this guy. It's not like, you know, he's like a big old monkey and then nothing in the back. We have the tabard here, the tasset here. It's kind of weird that we don't get to see like the we get the tabard in the toys, but we don't actually see it in like the character artwork. That's kind of strange because both of them have this sort of support here, which you'd think would be like that barbarian tabard hanging off the back. And of course we have the shield, which still has the spots on it like with the Ultra one, although unlike the Ultra one, the magnet isn't actually on this. The magnet is actually right there, but it has more of a curved design to it, unlike the shield. Hopefully the paint doesn't chip quite as badly as my Aqua Cyndeous Ultra's paint does. And here we have our Darkus Cyndeous. He's a bit difficult to make out because of the black plastic, but you can see he's got a little head, he's got a couple of stubby little feet that come out here, and this is just kind of, you know, yet another large butt complete with the tassel back here. But we got a nice look at the shield here. The shield, it's got a nice design. It has the points. It's definitely more durable than the one for Ultra Cyndeous, Cyndeous Ultra. Compared to Cyndeous Ultra, the regular Cyndeous seems a little bit basic. I was a bit worried about, you know, some of the pictures I took, but from a bit of an angle here, it definitely looks a lot better than it did. It looks considerably less silly. And of course, we have that nice bright green sword. It's actually a larger sword by the look of it than compared to the Ultra one. Not as long, but definitely a lot stockier, a lot more brutal looking. This is a nice big brutal chopper here with a bunch of added detail and stuff. And of course, it's in the darkest green. I might have liked it a bit more if it was in the darkest purple, although again, it's green to make it stand out against the black. And boy, howdy, does that lime green ever stand out against the darkest black. You can see why they normally use this color on the darkest designs really sparingly. It's because of just how much pop factor it has. Of course, we have our B power right over here, kind of a 400, slightly below par. The feet, the butt is still kind of lacking in detail, but we have the little warrior face here. I do like the idea that they're trying to get out some Bakugan that are a bit more asymmetrical in the case of these Cyndeuses here. I do hope we get more Bakugan that are like this. I like how this guy looks. I imagine it's going to be the same once we get the skeleton guy. That's going to have a big effect. But again, I just can't get enough of these asymmetrical Bakugan. I love looking at the designs. If Spin Master ever, you know, got back to me and started sending me some of their stuff, I would be glad to go over the designs, because I like I said, they've definitely put a lot of effort into these designs. Not sure if it's enough to justify the inflated price tag, but they've definitely put a lot of work into these, and I hope we can get more work like this in the future from this franchise. So anyway, that is a quick look at Darkus Cyndeous. Hopefully I'll be able to get some more Wave 4 in the future. Wave 4 finally has Pegatrix Ultra, which was absolutely beautiful when I got a good look at it at Toy Fair. So hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on some of those Ultras, and until next time, this is Kohdok signing off. Bakugan